Hello there, and welcome to another video on the channel. In this video I'm going to build a lean-to shelter using only natural materials and no cordage. I find that making cordage can be relatively tricky, and even when it is easy to make, for example, you've got an abundance of spruce root which doesn't need which in most cases needs no preparation whatsoever to be used, it is still very time consuming to collect the natural cordage. So what I'm going to do is to build the shelter using only fork sticks and wood locking into each other, so that I don't need to use cordage. Of course, this method only really works in deciduous woodlands. If you're in a coniferous woodlands, you're probably going to have quite a lot of trouble. It's probably going to be impossible to find the needed wood that you need to build a shelter without using cordage. But then, of course, if you're in a coniferous woodland, you're going to have roots, spruce root or pine root, which works very, very well for building lean-to shelters. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. So basically this is going to be very, very simple. You just need obviously your two trees which are going to support the ridgepole, and then you need two forked sticks which you just put lean on the tree like this, and you will be later on able to adjust the height of your lean-to, which is very practical, so that you get the correct height. So basically all you need for this method is two good strong forked sticks, and I find that in a woodland like I'm in here, it's much easier to find and cut down two good forked sticks rather than to go and collect some natural cordage and then process the cordage. So then, on top of those two fork sticks, I can just support my ridgepole, and then I can start building the roof. So before I put up the ridgepole, what I'm going to do is put a point on the forked stick, so that I can dig it into the ground a little bit and it becomes a little bit stronger. It does not has to be a really beautiful point, just a rough point will do. So now I can just ram my stick into the ground a bit and have a look at the height. I can adjust it later on. I'm gonna make a second point on this one. Okay, now we've got the ridge pole up. Now we can adjust the height. At the moment the ridge pole is a bit too high. I don't need the shelter to be that high. I'm just gonna need more wood if I make it too high. So I'm gonna lower the shelter a little bit, and I'm just gonna do this by pulling the fork stick towards me a little bit. I just do this basically, if I can. It actually locks in pretty tight. It's extremely strong. So yeah, it is now quite a bit of work just adjusting the stick so everything is good and strong and the ridge pole has the correct height. Okay, the ridge pole is up now. It's really extremely strong. I can easily lift my weight up. Yeah, I think it's strong. Okay, so now basically I'm ready to start building the roof. However, before I start building too much of the roof, I want to start to build my raised bed. Because for the raised bed I'm going to use some logs, and to keep the logs from rolling around I'm going to stake them on either side, and to be able to hammer in the stakes I need a bit of room. So if the roof is already there, it's not very practical to hammer in the stakes with the axe. So I'm gonna put maybe one stick on either side so that I can roughly determine what the angle of the roof is gonna be, so that I know how much room there is inside the shelter to be able to know exactly how wide my raised bed has got to be. Okay, so now here I'm determining the angle of the roof. I want this roof to be quite steep because I intend to try and make this shelter waterproof without using any materials which are not natural and which are not from this forest. And in this woodland here we don't have any things like spruce boughs, and there is no bark that I could use. So really the only way I'm going to be able to make this shelter waterproof is by just piling sticks until no light is shining through it, and then hopefully it will be waterproof, or at least like showerproof, so if there is a little rain I can still be fairly dry underneath. So I'm going to make the roof fairly steep, and I don't need loads of room in the shelter anyway. It's just really for sitting under and doing stuff, and mainly I want to be out in the woods. I don't want to build a shelter and be inside a man-made structure again when I'm coming out in the forest. So I think that's roughly good, and what I'm going to do now is start building my raised bed. Okay, for the raised bed I'm going to use 2 thick logs, and then I'm going to put some sticks across there, and then a second layer of logs so that I've got a good height. I think this is now quite flat. So I'm now going to put the two sticks across and then the next layer. So now that I got the main structure of the raised bed, I'm going to make some stakes and I'm going to hammer them in here and in here to really make sure that these logs can't move like this. Now it's all very wobbly, so I need to make this so it's nice and sturdy. Okay, now the structure of the raised bed is nice and secure. I have staked all the log so they can't move anymore. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the roof. I already prepared a good amount of sticks which I'm going to lean against the ridge pole. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Okay guys, so as you can see I finished the first layer of the roof or the lean-to wall.